We are live. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be doing this 45th birthday celebration and transmission with you. I cannot believe this, but I started this YouTube channel 6 weeks after turning 30. So I am now sitting here celebrating my 45th birthday with you on YouTube. What a wild ride. What a wild journey. Thank you so much for all of you. I'm reading all of your birthday wishes. I appreciate you so much. Oh my goodness. Like it just feels so surreal to be celebrating my 45th birthday with the women that held me and witnessed me through all of the many eras of becoming. It is truly wild that nudge that I had to start this YouTube channel, like the way that it panned out, it has changed my life, creating this community, this tribe of huntress, spiritual, educated women, heart-centered, God-centered women has completely changed my life. I always desired this community where I belonged, and I could never quite find it. I went through phases where I could just not belong, but I think I could fit in, but not really truly belong. And I think you know the difference. It wasn't until I created my own community, this community, that I understood the true meaning of belonging. And so this community has helped me, improved me, healed me, transformed me. It's been the most surreal and wild timeline of my existence. Thank you so much for all of your birthday wishes. I appreciate you so much. And I wanted to run this with intention. I have many different versions of this 44th birthday celebration, which is just wild. I've had the 44, I've had many other ones. This is the 45th. And so, what I wanted to do is talk about, like, give a transmission of what it feels like to turn 45 as a human design projector, as a 4-6 projector, as a Akashic wisdom soul type, what this age feels like. I want to also talk about the most important eras and the most important lessons that I learned from those eras and what's next. And then I want to do a birthday circle with you guys. So a birthday circle is something that my family and I do. We love this. It's my favorite part of the birthday every year for everyone's birthday, where we start with one thing we love about the person, one wish that we have for them for the future. So, wait, hold on. No, there's three things. Why am I missing one? So, what we appreciate about the person, we give them a birthday wish, and what we wish for their future. So that's kind of like the birthday circle that we do. I love it. It's my favorite part of everyone's birthday. So that is what we're going to be doing. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here today. So, what does it feel like to turn 45? I believe that a birthday is such a potent portal. Every birthday I've had, like, that's my new year. It feels like I jump timelines every birthday. Transformation and growth is really important to my soul, like soul level growth, not just like, human identity. And so, birthdays have always had a very significance of timeline for me. And this is the interesting thing. I've never been big on birthday celebrations for myself. And I love it when other people do that for themselves. But for me, it's about going inward because it is such a soul kind of experience for me. And then of course, like my family celebrates my birthday. All that stuff is welcome, but I've never been one to like throw huge birthday parties and things like that for myself because I really need to go inward during that time. There is a big like timeline jumping over soul exchange kind of a moment for me. And so what I've been feeling is this deep sense of certainty. And it started coming in. I'm not good with human time, but if I was to guesstimate, it started coming in maybe 6 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer. Like I said, I live in quantum time, so it's like really hard for me to guess. But a lot of you guys have noticed it and said that my energy feels really different. And I just have this deep internal knowing and certainty, the deepest that I've ever had in my in this human incarnation. I just know who I am on the deepest level and my life purpose, what I value, what I don't value, and the next era of my work and my mission. I'm a 4-6 line, and so you guys know I'm 5 years away from hitting 50, which is a big milestone in human design for people with the 6 line. And I have a feeling that that has something to do with it as well. What I've been feeling called to do in this new era is narrow down my focus. So instead of being able to teach on so many different topics because my soul code is wisdom, I'm a sage type from the 12 branding spiritual types that I gave you guys. By the way, if you have not seen that class, it's for free. It's the first entire transmission of Overflow. And I've gifted it to you for Thanksgiving and my birthday, so you can get that with the link in the description box. It's about 2 hours of just magic. And so in there, you're going to learn the 12 types of metaphysics of branding, which goes so much beyond just branding. And so my soul type is the sage soul type. And my identity, my gift is the oracle. And so I'm stepping more into that. And so I will be, instead of going so wide in so many topics, it's going really deep mastery on a narrower focus is what I'm being called to do. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm appreciating all of these birthday wishes. So that's what it feels like to turn 45. Let's see. I want to go through some of the most important eras of my life that are like kind of etched in my consciousness. And some of these were very transformative periods, but some of them not necessarily in a good way. It's just that I extracted the lessons later on and I alchemized it. So the first era of my memory is that era when I heard my mom crying in the other room. I'm like 5 or 6 years old, and I heard her telling someone that she thinks I'm crazy because I talk to someone she can't see. And this was news to me because I thought everyone could see my guides and everyone had access to that. And so that was a big kind of jarring moment for me when I realized that I could see things that other people could not see. And so that was a big moment in my consciousness. Another one is when I got my first job and then my first corporate job. I realized at that point the difference between people that are corporate job minded and people that are entrepreneur minded, and that even if I have a job, I always come with an entrepreneur mindset. So that was a huge kind of a lesson for my life that I've carried until today, like until 45. The other big significant era of my life was getting into Northwestern University, like really believing in myself, even when other people didn't see it. People thought I needed a plan B, that there was no way I was going to get into, one of the top universities in the world and the number one in the in Illinois. At the time, I believe it was top 10 in the United States. I don't know what the ranking is now. They were like, there's no way. And I believed in myself when no one else could, and it have massively paid off in my life. So that was a big era for my life. Another one is leaving corporate and then starting my own real estate business with the help of my mom. Thank you so much for all of the birthday blessings. Thank you, thank you. That was huge. And within 1 year, I went from being, okay, so from being in corporate to being an entrepreneur to being a founder, which is such a huge life lesson for me, is there is a big difference between people who have job energy, career energy, people who have entrepreneur energy, and people who have founder energy. Very different. And I actually have, and then there's CEO. So there's like 4 different frequencies. And I carry the entrepreneur and the founder frequency to the core. CEO, that's not my jam. Irfan runs that stuff behind the scenes. But that was a big transformation for my life because I got into real estate and I was doing the entrepreneur thing. And then I'm like, well, the people that I'm helping getting these properties, they're rehabbing them and then flipping them. I want to do that. And I immediately went to go see my attorney, formed a corporation, immediately became a founder. But in the next 6 years after that, within 5 years, I had purchased over 20 real estate properties and not just homes. These were like 2, 3, 4 unit properties. And so I went immediately into like founder mode. So that was huge, a huge significance in my life, and it's carried over into my this business and helping my clients. Becoming a mom was a big kind of a portal, as it is for most women, and then mom times two, and then mom times three, big, big, big portal. Getting remarried to Irfan, like that was huge for me, huge portal. 2011 was a really important, significant year when I started this YouTube channel, um, practicing being seen and in my leadership skills was a whole different aspect. 2016, when I took that invitation that you guys made me to become a life coach, and I immediately got certified, became incorporated, like LLC, all the things. 2017 was a massive oversoul exchange. Big changes. Oh my God, my marriage blew up, my business blew up. So much happened in 2017 that cannot even, I talked about that in the metaphysics of branding class, like huge portal year. 2022 was another huge portal year, oversoul exchange. We bought this mansion, ran, I think it was like the year we had like 4 in-person events, like huge portal. And then now. In the last 6 weeks, so much has come in. There's been another oversoul exchange. 2026 is going to be wild. It's going to be amazing. It's the year of the horse, and we are going to be leveraging speed and momentum energetics, and I couldn't be more excited. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of your beautiful birthday wishes. Every birthday, I feel like, is such a huge shedding and a coming into. It's really like downloading a whole new blueprint. And so the era that I'm stepping into as the 45-year-old version of me, just I have chills, I have goosebumps of what's coming. So much I've learned over the last 45 years, and then of course in other lifetimes as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Okay, who wants to do the birthday circle? I'm so excited. It's always my best favorite part. So in a birthday circle, we do what we appreciate about you. So you're gonna say what you appreciate about me and what's your birthday wish for me for the next year. I can't wait. Oh my God, I don't know if I've ever done this with you guys, but this is big in my family. We literally form a circle and do this, and it is so divine. I always like it's always like a crying fest for me. I just love it. I know that there is a lag. Thank you, Goddess of Universe. Thank you, Fox. Thank you, Feels. Yona Maria, Jacqueline, Candace, Dopamine Goddess. I love that name. Ashley, Christian, Miranda, Bibi. Oh my God, some of you guys have been here for years, if not a decade already. Thank you for being here. Thank you for belonging here. I just absolutely love this space. I love your authenticity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Fox. This has really been the wildest journey of listening to my heart and my soul. Thank you, Feels. I appreciate your femininity and authenticity. I wish for your message of love to continue to spread to those who need it. Thank you, Goddess. This is Pink. Pink Lot, I think Goddess. Pink Lotus Goddess. There you go. I see it now. It's like very tiny font on my computer. I apologize. My birthday wish for you is to stay healthy and have a happy family life. Thank you. You speak the truth to us. I wish you the deepest sense of peace in all that you do. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I received that. And my birthday wish for you is to fully take on your new step of higher consciousness to enlighten everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I receive it. I appreciate how courageous you are and how much you've overcome. You've taught me so much about boundaries. My wish is for you to keep leveling up. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you. I tell my kids, like, I will be growing, evolving, transforming, alchemizing, reinventing myself until I'm like taking my last breath. That's just who my soul is. It came here on purpose and it's locked in. I appreciate the knowledge you so willingly share with us. May you have abundance and love always. Thank you, Maria. What I appreciate about you, your messages about having it all and not needing to sacrifice your desires and your unapologetic authenticity. Thank you, Ellie. Happy birthday, Mina. May you receive all the blessings that you desire and keep growing and growing. Thank you, Pooja. I appreciate that. I receive it. I appreciate my community so much. Thank you for belonging here. Thank you for being here. I have a birthday wish for you guys as well. May your next year open in the highest timeline available to your soul, even if it means jumping timelines many times over. My wish is also that your clarity locks in over your confusion, because sometimes we can be really distracted as huntresses. And may your wealth expand with grace. May your relationships deepen with power, and may every version of you that you are ready to become meet you. Stay grounded and stay true. Wishing you much love. Thank you. My wish for you is that your heart and soul vision grows beyond the human layers of life. In addition, I appreciate your bravery, your bounce forward, and all your boldness through it all, Angelina. Hi, Angelina. I appreciate you for being a divine example of what is possible in this life and the sharing your magic. My wish is that all of your heart desires continue to flourish. Thank you so much. Christian said, I appreciate how you continue to grow, shift, and alchemize literally everything. I love your continued container expansion. My wish is for you to continue to reach women across the globe. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate you. Marlene said, my favorite thing about you is your absolute joy for life and the way it influences those around you. My birthday wish for you is to keep spreading your wisdom to those who need to hear it. Thank you. I got married on 11/11. I credit so much to you. Congratulations on your divine union, Sissy. Oh my goodness, I'm celebrating your marriage, your divine union, your growth, your prosperity. Happy birthday, Mina. Let your divinity shine even more. Thank you. What I appreciate about you is that you speak truth to make us free and honestly happy. My wish for you is that all your love brings more manifestations to you and your lineage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Happy birthday, Mina. You are an inspiration. I appreciate your teaching so much. Karma. Amazing. Thank you. I appreciate your firepower. Oh, I like that. And divine essence glow. I hope you experience more and more joy, peace, and divine happiness this year with so much love. Thank you, Awaken. Thank you for sharing your birthday wishes. I received them so gracefully. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate you transmitting the wisdom we need in this lifetime. May you continue to blossom and wishing all the divine desires of your heart. Thank you. Anika said, I appreciate your unique way of teaching and opening for us so many new portals. I wish you keep shining and keep touching many of our lives. Keep well, beautiful. Thank you. Arena said, thank you for sharing your life experience and wisdom. Thank you for lighting the path. I'm wishing your heart and spirit to shine through all the layers and lighten this planet. Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate you. Mina, I wish that you step even more in your soul power. You're a blessing for many. Thank you. Thank you, Fox. Happy birthday, Mina. Oh my God, my first live. I learned so much from you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love your audacity and fire and determination, and I wish to keep shining your light on us and many more huntresses. Thank you. I appreciate your confidence, prosperity, abundance mindset. Oh, I love your name, Metaverse. Ooh, I don't even know if I can say it, but I love the frequency of it. I love your openness and authenticity. I wish for you to have everything that you want and deserve with speed and continue to ignite and the true purpose in women all around the world. I appreciate that you teach us not to settle, reminding us that God's source is limitless, not a peasant. May you continue to spread your light. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Oh my goodness. So much love. I just, I love this. I think this community is a woman, it's like built on the pillar of a woman just being at the desire counter, which isn't always easy because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of distraction that will say you're doing it all wrong, do this other thing. And staying at my desire counter has been the reason that this community exists 15 years later. I also appreciate how you speak to my soul. Every video, I'm questioning if you are in my head. I love that. Thank you so much for your wishes as well. They're beautiful. Thank you for taking the time to share space with us today. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my God, you guys are such a big part of my journey. I also have two birthday gifts for you. One is a free 2-hour masterclass it's the first lesson from Overflow. You can get it absolutely free with the link in the description box. And we're gonna build on that in lesson 2 of Overflow on Monday. And the second is until 11:30, the end of November, I'm doing a 15% off all courses and all bundles, and the code is birthday, just one word, birthday, no numbers. And so you can use that to get 15% off anything that's like a course or a bundle on my website, including the All the Things bundle. Thank you, Mika. Happy to have you. Let me see. I'm thinking what else I wanted to share with you on my birthday. It's so interesting too because with the new Oversoul exchange, there were things I liked that I don't like. There were things I didn't like that I suddenly like. There were things I was afraid to do that I'm suddenly not afraid to do. It's been really an interesting journey in just the last few weeks coming into 45th. And I'm excited to see what comes out of it. I just have so much clarity on where I'm going next and how I'm going to do it. Like the codes are just so certain. Is that's the word that keeps coming in, just certainty, 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 mastery, locking in, knowing exactly what I'm doing and exactly what path I'm taking. And which is interesting because you guys know the way I work is I never have a plan, right? I just listen to the next download and the next desire and then the next desire and then the next desire. And now it's like the desire came in with a full blown path laid out, which is different for usually how I function, but I love it. It's like I came with the map and the blueprint for the next year, for the next era, which is a little bit different than how it's worked in the past. I appreciate how you show us the blueprint of having it all. You're my biggest model and mentor. Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate that. I think your name is in a different language, so I was trying to read it, but I don't think I can. Questions that you have for me. I'm curious, what would be your question? I appreciate how savage, wild, and authentic you are in meeting your desires. Hi, Paula. I wish your connection with God to deepen to whole new levels this coming year. So thankful for our goddess like you. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate you. I have like some transmissions coming in for you, for all of you. And what I want to say is 2026. We're kind of already in it. We can feel the breeze of it. It's a really potent manifestation year. It's the year of the horse, and it's like there's a lot of momentum energetics and speed energetics in the air right now. This is not the time to be confused. This is not the time to not have clarity. This is the time to lock in. Honestly, as a psychic projector, I'm going to tell you, you're better off locking into the wrong thing than not locking it at all. Like it's that important that you gain clarity and not make excuses. Like really important to start playing on the edge of consciousness if you want to catch the right timelines for your soul mission. Because the women that I attract as huntresses, these aren't women building businesses. These are women with callings on their heart. They're doing something that's soul aligned. And so you cannot be in a space of confusion going into 2026 at all. You're better off making a mistake and choosing the wrong thing than not having anything at all. It's a big thing. Thank you, Starlight. That I want to share with you. That's going to be huge. There's some of you that use everything as an excuse, and I'll give you an example. This is kind of a savage transmission, but I've got to say it. For example, on my other channel, on Million Dollar Babes, I've been doing recorded videos, and then this channel, I've been doing live stream. That's kind of like what I've been called to do. And I did a couple of videos talking about seasons of life. Some of the people following me immediately went into, oh, I'm in the wrong season of life, and making excuses to self-sabotage. That is the worst position you can take. It's like they were waiting for another excuse not to play big. And so those kind of people are gonna fall out of field of resonance with me and my next level. This has happened with every soul exchange I've had. This has happened with every era. And there is a huge layer of that happening with love, but they're just going to fall out of because you guys know I already love speed and momentum, but 2026 is like heightened aspect of that. So people that make excuses or self-sabotage are not going to be able to come with us in this next era. You're not going to be able to calibrate higher. What I'm doing now is I'm speaking to the highest consciousness of my people. Because what I've learned is people that aren't quite yet elevate up, they calibrate up when you talk to the highest. But if you talk to the mid people or the lower people, people at the highest level feel bored and they're like, oh, she's not really talking to me. So I'm gonna just aim for the cosmos with who I'm speaking to now. And this is going to scare a lot of you. It's going to calibrate a lot of you, and it's going to bring a lot of you guys closer and say, wow, finally, she's speaking to me directly. I feel this, yes. So much clarity available in the cosmos right now. Yes, grab one, grab one, grab it for yourself, claim it for yourself. Happy birthday, praying for continued blessings and abundance. Thank you for everything. You changed my life. Thank you, Kat. Happy birthday, Mina. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Samri. As always, it feels like God talking straight to where I am through you. Oh my God, amazing. Yes, I'm doing readings for individuals ready to calibrate to 2026. Yes, Christian is amazing at putting data science and astrology and numerology together. I had a reading with Christian recently, and it's so interesting now that I'm thinking about it. That was the portal that opened the clarity and the soul exchange. So thank you, Christian. I really appreciate you. And I think what you're offering is God's service. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is going to be the time to lock in with clarity. This is not the time where you make excuses about being in the wrong season of life. This is not the season, like people who have been playing entrepreneur instead of being entrepreneur are going to fall away, unfortunately, because the field is shifting and they're not going to be able to survive their instability and their kind of dabbling energy. It's just not going to work. And so people, if you are in dabbling energy, get lock in as an entrepreneur. If you are already an entrepreneur, lock in as a founder. Thank you so much, Yomni. I think Yomin it is. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate your good wishes. Let me see what else I wanted to say. I think that 2026 is going to be a quantum growth year. It's going to be many years. And well, it is for me anyways. That's just how I run my years. But even for people that don't function like that, you have the ability to have many lifetimes worth of growth collapse in 2026. I love your well-rounded yet high voltage approach to life and wish you all the best. Please continue to riff on your next transformation or predictions of 2026. Yeah, there's been so much coming through for 2026 of the people that are gonna lock in and quantum leap and the people that are just and I don't believe in being left behind because you can lock in anytime. You can decide, but you don't waste 2026 energy. That's gonna be my biggest message for you. It's the current is just so strong that just even the littlest bit of effort is going to change your life. Why not show up in founder energy already? Drop the wannabe entrepreneur shenanigans and step into founder energy. There's a word coming in my mind when trying to pray. The word is stagnant. It's been for 3 months or more. What does that mean? How do I handle it? So, what I would do is make some bold moves, even if they're wrong. The only way to get out of stagnant is through movement. So, make some bold moves, do them as a gamble. Don't even expect anything from them, just move the energy. That's the best thing you can do. Don't psychoanalyze it. You don't have to go to therapy for it. You don't need coaching for it. Make the moves. Because if you come to coaching for me, I'm going to be like, what moves are you making? Because I read timelines and sometimes people will come and they'll say, what timeline am I on? Or they'll say, am I on the right timeline? And I'm like, girl, you're not even on any timeline. You're stagnant. I can reading timelines, recoding timelines, restitching timelines implies you're moving in a timeline. A timeline is a cosmic highway. You need to be in a vehicle driving. So move, do something, make some wrong moves, even if just move. They don't even have to be correct moves. Thank you, Kamiran, or Kamira, I think it is. Oh, hi, Valentina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. My wish for women globally is we step into our truest power, which cannot come while we're confused. And our truest power includes a lot of wealth. It includes a lot of ownership. It includes a lot of assets. It includes a lot of knowing. It includes a lot of owning of our divine feminine powers. We're shifting from intuition to psychic because being psychic is a highly intuitive 10x version of intuition. It's like, oh, I did intuition so deep, I'm now psychic. It's like intuition 10x equals owning our psychic abilities, which we've disowned for many eras, for many lifetimes, for many generations. And this is not the era of being overly emotional. This is not the era of being overly feminine. This is not the era of being overly masculine. It's really an era of integration and moving with speed and momentum. Exactly. I agree. Clarity comes from motion, Fox said, not the other way around. 1000%. What does the change from entrepreneur to founder look like? Okay, so career has a frequency. There's four layers. Career has a frequency, entrepreneur has a frequency, founder has a frequency, and CEO has a frequency. And the frequency come with different traits and different habits and different ways of being. Career is a highly skilled person that works for someone else and does their craft, right? So that comes with certain traits. A lot of my clients that come into either private work with me or in even Gynot, they are either in career or they are in career transitioning to entrepreneur founder. So that's career. Entrepreneur, in the truest sense, is someone that is highly intuitive and psychic, which means they can download codes and get potent ideas. They're very resilient. They become obsessed. They are so resilient, they become obsessed with their ideas until they see them through. Once an idea comes, no one can stop them out of it. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. They will stop at nothing to get the thing done. Now, that's the gift. Here's the shadow side. A lot of people who are stagnant or in between jobs or have no skills will call themselves entrepreneurs. But if you sneeze funny, they quit. That's not a true entrepreneur. That's a wannapreneur, right? So for example, when I made the videos on being in the correct season of life, the first people to drop out of my field were, oh, I'm in the wrong season of life. An entrepreneur, a true entrepreneur would never do that. Those were people pretending to be entrepreneurs. You can, there, an entrepreneur creates seasons of life. It's a whole different energy. So that's the true essence of an entrepreneur. Now let's move into founder. Founder energy is a founder is someone who has a thought or sees a gap in the marketplace, immediately comes up with a value proposition, immediately has a whole entire vision, names the thing, incorporates the thing, creates the thing, launches the thing. They have already founded something. So the shadow side of entrepreneur is dabbling, right? I'm trying. Founder is I've done it. I have something. Not all founders are entrepreneurs. And I'll tell you how you'll know a difference. If it requires a co-founder, two people founded something, typically one is the entrepreneur type and the other one is a founder type. Because if you have both, you don't need a partner. You don't even want a partner. So I have the qualities of an entrepreneur and a founder. And so I don't want to go into a business like partnership like that with someone else. Then there's CEO. A CEO comes and looks at all that energy and takes it and organizes it into systems that are like easy to manage, easy to scale, and in some cases, easy to exit out of if that's what they wanted. This is such an interesting thing I've been studying because I'm in a lot of groups with founders, like actual founders that are 10 million to 100 million. And this is like proven, not just people talking about but these are actual founders. And a lot of them are not in the coaching space, which has been so interesting for me to learn from people that are not coaches, like different founders. And I can see the difference between someone that's and only a founder type versus an entrepreneur founder type, a hybrid. And one of the biggest things I've seen is every single time a hybrid type, meaning founder slash entrepreneur type, exits out of their company, they regret it. They want it back. I actually know someone that had a $10 million exit and then they bought their company back for 15 million. I'm like, oh my God, only an entrepreneur hybrid founder would do something crazy like that. Founders that are just founders, not entrepreneurs, they're happy to take their exit and retire off of it or start something different. And that's a big thing I've seen. It's extremely, 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 did I mention extremely rare that someone is all three, meaning that they are entrepreneur, founder, and CEO. It is a recipe for disaster if you're a founder and an entrepreneur and you're trying to be your own CEO. In my company, who the person that brings the CEO energy is Irfan. I'm not that person. I'm not the systems gal. I'm not the person that organizes and leans everything out and process improvement. I'm not that person. And I'm probably never gonna be, and I don't want to be. And I'm okay with having someone else handle that in my company. Yes. Thank you. Kenya said the hair color, the dress, the lipstick, chef's kiss. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pronounce Cameron. I want to come see you in January. I have 2 online courses and more coming in 2026. Manifesting being in your in-person container. Can you believe we're like 40 days, something 40 days from the in-person event, and I would love to have you at Addicted to Abundance. I cannot believe how it has snuck up on me. How did you become such a powerful speaker, allowing you to connect with us in a way you do? Is it just energy? It's practice. So I have been doing it for 15 years here on YouTube. And that's just sheer practice. You have to put in the reps. I get better every year because I don't quit doing it. I just do it. I just do it. I just do it. No more analysis paralysis. Gosh, no. We're not doing that anymore. Thanks for the gift. I signed up going through it. Amazing. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to build on that in Overflow on Monday in lesson 2. I love your certainty, Mina. I pray you continue to tap into your limitless potential. You have been a light to all of us and showing us what is possible. You are the true guru. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I had so much clarity this past month, so many massive transformations for me. I feel so grounded now. Beautiful Starlight. I need a CEO because systems, yes. And I love that we're able to provide that in Kainat because I want to be able to provide my clients with the whole experience. They don't need to go hire a different coach for this, a different mentor for this. And so when Irfan came on and he understands, so he used to be he's still a master black belt in Lean Six Sigma, and he would travel all over the world in like Fortune 500 companies when he was with Accenture, like helping all of these like big amazing companies that you've heard of with their systems and their processes and profits. And so him coming on and helping me do that has 10x my growth in my company. And so he brings that to Kainat and gives a different flavor than something that I don't understand. Like that's not my jam. I know the entrepreneur game. I know the founder game. I understand the energetics. I can do the timeline recoding. I can hold all of that. The CEO stuff, that's your fun. Thank you. The schedule is in the portal, Elena. I don't remember it off the top of my mind, but for overflow, it's if you log into the portal, it's in the container, all the classes and the times, all six of them. And then an email goes out if you're on our email list. If you're not on our email list, then you don't get the email. But if you're on our email list, you get an email 1 hour before the class. Paula said, I'm coming to the event. Yay, I'm so excited to have you. I'm gonna squeeze you so tight. How do we know if we're a CEO, founder, or entrepreneur? So I just gave the definition, so you know it by that. Are you highly resilient? Are you the type of person that jumps out of the plane and builds the parachute on the way down? Are you so obsessed with what you're doing that no one can talk you out of it? Then you're an entrepreneur. If you think you're an entrepreneur, but you look for excuses to quit, every little thing is an excuse for you to quit and move to something else, you're not an entrepreneur. You probably are a career person, but you're trying to be an entrepreneur. And that is not maybe the right energy for you. You need to have that resilience and that grit that comes with being an entrepreneur. That no one can stop me vibe. A founder is someone that doesn't just have an idea, they see it through, they create something, right? So founders have LLCs, they have corporations, they have registered trademarks, they have digital assets, they have a net worth, they have properties, they have actual things. So, for example, if I wanted to take an exit, I have things I can actually sell, right? So, I own many registered trademarks. I own over 200 digital assets. If that's not including my YouTube content, that also counts, but I'm not even including that. I'm just including my books and my courses. So I'm not an entrepreneur in the sense of like I'm cooking up something, I did it already. That's a founder. A lot of people are playing entrepreneur right now. They're like they create a course, they're trying to sell a course. No one buys courses, right? People buy transformations and payoffs. Founders have something tangible. There's in my field, there's a body of work, not just a course. There's a through line, right? A founder of a beauty company has many products, right? They have something that it's actual tangible things. Even in the digital space, I have actual trademarked assets, not just like, oh, just throwing a TM after a word. I see a lot of people doing that. No, an actual asset, a registered trademark that takes a year. You have to show proof like there's an actual, it's a seriousness, right? It's like real. It's like, oh, this is a founder. She has something. That's founder energy. CEO, you could be a CEO for someone else's company. You haven't founded anything. You run something. You have systemized something. You scale something. You haven't founded something yourself, but you could have. It's very rare that one person is all three. We have had some of them, they're unicorns. There's books written about them. And so we think it's common. It's actually not common. How do you gain sustainable courage that is stronger than deepest fears? What you're looking for is not courage. You're looking for a guarantee. Courage is not, it's just something you decide to do every time. What the frequency of your question is, guarantee this. And there's no guarantees. So courage is something you pull on every time you decide on it until it becomes a part of your new identity. Yeah. I think we have to be ready to fail. We have to be ready to get it wrong. We have to be ready to be humiliated. We have to be ready to be embarrassed. We have to be ready to be persecuted. We have to be ready to be burned at the stake. All of the things. That's courage. I appreciate your embodiment of beauty, grace, resilience, discipline, faith, creativity, inspiration, elegance, and wisdom. Thank you, Jacqueline. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. How do you come up with such potent and powerful content? What spiritual practices help you channel what you need to create? I would say the biggest one is plugging into the 99 realm every single day. That is huge because the purity of downloads that come from channeling the 99 realm is just so different than kind of like human creativity. It's not wrong, it's just different, right? So if I'm unable to connect to the 99 realm, I always have my education and my skills to back me up, and I can fall into that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's still valuable for a lot of people. However, it's not the 99 realm, right? And so when you marry the education and the embodiment and the expertise with the 99 realm, that's when people are like, are you reading my mind? Do you have cameras in my head? How do you always know the thing that I'm thinking about? That's picking up from the field. Yes. Thank you, Jess. What I needed to hear. Amazing. Yes. You have to be your own guarantee. That's an entrepreneur. You have to be your own guarantee. I extract value from everything because I am my highest ROI. I believe in myself. I trust myself. Even if I fail, I'll get lessons from it and then I'll build something from it. I have never fit on the 9 to 5 career path. Making money initiates in my early 20s in university. I love starting something of my own, ideas or bringing solutions, but I feel I think too small. And that's okay, right? So we think small and then a little bit bigger and then a little bit bigger. Even this, like I'm playing too small, at least you're playing. Keep playing until it compounds. So I love playing on the edge, but I wasn't always like sometimes there were some seasons where playing on the edge was the next small thing. And so erase the thing that stops you. Erase the thing that holds you back. Erase the mindset that's like, I'm doing it all wrong or I'm messing it up. My wish for you is that your marriage is always blessed and both you and Irfan get to marry off your children, be healthy to enjoy your future grandkids. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. That is our biggest wish and desire, mine and Irfan's. One of Irfan's best friends, he just had grandchildren and mashallah, mashallah. We were like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, like so blessed. We told him that just always remember how what a blessing this is. Like most people just wish that they can get to that point, and the fact that he has that, mashallah, it's just amazing. May God continue to bless him. Yeah, that is the ultimate goal. Even if you're playing small, you're still playing. That is deep. Yes. Do you know how many people pretend like they're playing, but they're not even playing? So, whatever you're doing, let it build momentum. When momentum takes up, never put momentum down. Don't get complacent once momentum starts. Like, be obsessed. And that I think you can only do that when it's really truly a calling of your heart. You can't teach someone to be obsessed. That's what I've learned. When you have a calling on your life, you will come obsessed. You can't make excuses. Like I found a way to do it even through different pregnancies, even through the loss of my parents, like through anything. Like the worst of the worst duality that I would not wish on any human, I found a way to do it through it because I have a calling on my life and I get obsessed with what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know that you can teach someone that. I think you can embody it and maybe give others permission because maybe they're making themselves wrong for it, but you can't teach someone how to do that if they don't have a calling on their heart. That is just something God will bless you beyond your wildest dreams if you can follow your calling. I believe it is a sin not to follow your calling. I feel that that is the greatest sin of all times because that's what you incarnated here to do, and you're making excuses. And that's my people don't do that anyways. They fall away really quickly when they're like, this bitch is crazy. God made me obsessed. and I love it. God made me fast and I love it. God made me a lover of speed and allergic to impatient, like allergic to patience in the wrong sense. Like, oh, just be patient. No, let's do it now. Let's like, let's create it out of thin air. Let's speak it into existence. Let's not wait. Let's collapse timelines. So the average person says, I'll wait for the right time. An obsessed person like me, an entrepreneur founder says, where's the time there? Let's pull it here. Okay, now it's now. Now we're doing it now. That's what people with founder slash entrepreneur psychology, the huntresses say. They say, oh, it's over there. Well, time is not minutes and hours or years or weeks. It's just distance traveled. Well, let's just pull that timeline here, or I just go there right now. I just jump timelines. I just restitch it. I just collapse it. There is no such thing as I'll do it next year or I'll do it in 5 years. What does that even mean? It's just distance traveled. You get on a rocket ship and you go there now. That is the actual definition of an entrepreneur, an obsessed person, not people pretending. You say that one, you sneeze funny and they're like, I quit. It's a wrong season of time. Bye. No, that will never be me. It's never been me. It could never be me because I have a calling on my heart. What happened to your human design course? I don't see the one for those that want a human design business. It's here, gorgeous. Let me see if I can grab it for you. Let me see if I can pull it. Where you learn how to do readings, right? And create your own reading business. Yeah, I have it here. You should. I believe it was called Quantum Self Readings Intensive. Let me see. That's the one you guys took with Armand, right? Yeah, here it is. Okay, for Mina, for someone who is between Self-Aware Barbie and Million Dollar Babe stage, what course would you recommend? So, can you tell me a little bit more about what's the deepest desire of your heart currently? And then I'll be able to guide you. Because I have a course for Million Dollar Babe stage. That'd be good for you to step into that state, like to leave Self-Aware Barbie. I can give you that. In fact, I think that will be the perfect one for you. Let me see. Yeah, this will help you integrate the self-aware Barbie and be in Million Dollar Babe. That's so true. You become so satisfied. So it's you against the limit. Yes, 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 yes. As a human design projector, too, our gratitude blueprint is success. So when we feel successful internally, like really feel successful, that's when we send the highest signal of gratitude to the 99 realm. So it's not just like, yeah, I'm grateful. It's a different resonance for us. Like we must feel successful first internally, not just based on outside metrics, but like internally when we feel it, that sends the strongest signal. Okay, amazing, Starlight. Yes. And don't forget to use the birthday code for 15% off. It's called birthday. I wanted to make it easy for you guys. Any other questions coming up for you? I'm so happy I get to spend this time with you guys today on my birthday. Oh my God, do you guys hear that? The wind outside? What is happening? Is it I know there was a tornado here a couple days ago, not too close to us, but geez, do you hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear it. It sounds scary with the wind right now. That's funny. And it just says mostly sunny, but it is very, very windy. Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate it. I'll give you guys a couple seconds if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will wrap this up for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to grab your free gift, the Metaphysics of Branding Masterclass. It's like a 2 hour, I think it's a little bit over 2 hour masterclass, absolutely free on the 12 feminine essence branding styles, types. And what I've been picking up in the field is that a lot of social media teaches us to be performers because that type gets a lot of like attention online, not necessarily sales, but attention. And so sales, if they're aligned with the performer essence. And so a lot of us that are not the performer essence, we think, oh, if I become a performer, then my business will take off. Then I'll make money, da 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 da. And we feel ridiculous because that's not our true essence. So for example, my soul type is sage. So that's one of the 12 types. My identity gift is oracle, and my marketing style is siren. And you need to understand your first all 12 types. And this is important even in dating. So for example, because I am a siren attraction style, marketing style, that's what worked for me in attracting a partner. But for someone else, it might be completely different. And on class 2 on Monday in Overflow, we're going to talk about how these three work together. And sometimes, like for example, if your soul type is Mamta, and because of that, you're trying to use that in your marketing, people will be drawn to you because of your Mamta energy, your mothering instinct, but they're not going to buy from you because they're expecting you're just going to mother them for free. So understanding these profiles can be so useful in coming into alignment and just being relieved too. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't have to be a performer anymore. It's like, no, if that's not your type, you should not be a performer. I feel that what holds me back sometimes is that I still want a bit of attention from people I look up to. And should I be asking this? So, can you just look up to God and then do what God has stored for you? I think there's so many lower consciousness things that we need to like even stop. We just need to let them go. Wanting validation, wanting to be seen, wanting like all of these are just so lower consciousness. When you look up to God, then you realize it's such a big sin for you to be not doing the thing that is your calling. And then the shenanigans go away. God becomes your identity. Mina, anything you would recommend for the ones coming to prepare to fully receive all the goals from the coming intensive? Paula, are you talking about the Addicted to the in-person event? Because I'm going to actually do a party for that. So you guys know the dress code and like some of the fun things we're doing for that. But just let me know if that's the intention you meant. But I'm gonna do a celebration call before we come, so you know, because we're doing like a theme color day on one of the days. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm really excited for this event. Pearl said, thank you for being a guiding light, a voice of truth, and a mentor whose influence reaches far beyond what you see. I wonder what's in store for you in the new year. Thank you, Pearl. I've already been shown the timeline, so I already know, and I'm very excited. Mina, you highlighting these types got me excited about posting on social media after I felt turned off from showing up online. Thank you. Christian, I think a lot of us feel turned off because we're told to be performers. because that one can be like the shiny one, but we become more shiny when we're in alignment to our style. Like, think about it. Eckhart Tolle or like Marianne Williamson, they're not the performer types. Would you be so confused if they were like dancing on stage or twerking on the internet? Yeah, you'd be really confused and you would think something was wrong with them. That's why it's so important to know our spiritual branding type because things become easy. Wind is powerful thing. It moves and shifts things. When it's windy outside, our auras are shining. Beautiful. It is very windy outside right now. Thanks. Would definitely check it. I am having inclinations to work on this new business that is on its early stage, even though I still haven't found my true calling. I think our true calling comes from following the desires of today. I didn't know what my calling was in 2011 when I started my YouTube channel, but I knew what my desire was and I always followed it. The calling will find us when we're ready. How do you know that you have a calling on your life? Is that you become obsessed with following your desire and nothing can stop you. Even if you try to sabotage yourself, you keep coming back to it. Yeah, Alexis, because you're not a performer type. And if you are, great, dance, do the things. A lot of the performer types that I've seen that are actual, like actual performer essences, they have some kind of a stage background, dancing background, ballet. Like it, you can see it. Like they didn't just show up as a performer. They've always been that. That's been their essence. When they were like 5 or 2 even, they were like dancing and singing for their family. Those are the performer types. Yeah, the January Houston intensive. Yes, I'm gonna be doing kind of like pre-parties where we talk about the dress code and the schedule and all those things. So that is coming. I have a challenge with sticking to one thing because I enjoy doing a lot of things, and I feel like I have a hard time to continue doing one. You're gonna have to lock in, gorgeous. It's one thing to enjoy doing a lot of things, but solve one thing for someone. So found that's why you need that founder identity. Because otherwise it's a dabbling wannapreneur energy, and it cannot exist in 2026. We got away with it for a little while. The scattered huntress brain, I'll be the first to admit, we got away with it. But now we're moving into an era where you can't get away with that. That doesn't mean you can't be multi-passionate. I'm multi-passionate, but I have to lock in. That means that I need to be able to show the algorithms that I'm locked into one thing. And then behind the scenes, I've got all these different things. You cannot give scattered energy anymore. Those people are not making money. Their businesses are falling apart. It doesn't work anymore like it worked in 2020, 2021. Thank you for joining Level Up Queens, Vinny. Welcome. My calling woke me up at 3 a.m. one morning with no warning, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I love that. Pick one and lock in. People who have an inability to lock in, they're actually not real entrepreneurs. And they use being multi-passionate as an excuse. A real multi-passionate person is someone like me that has 200 offers, but I'm a founder. Like I have something. I'm not like all over the place, right? Like I can build and sustain something for decades. So you need to be able to prove that to yourself and you need to be able to lock in with something. Otherwise, it's just an excuse. And now when the new money era that we're going, the new wealth era, it's not going to work to be scattered. Are there really any people who do not have a calling? Yes, stage one souls do not have a calling a lot of times. Stage two, even, not always have a calling. So, yeah, not everyone has a calling. Some people are just, this is kind of a learning lessons. They're baby souls. So this lifetime is more of a just go through certain challenges. They're not here for a calling. So yeah, not everyone has a calling. Some coaches will tell you that because they're selling something, but that's not true. There are people that are here just for going through certain lessons and challenges. They're gonna have a different life, and that's okay. We don't have to force everyone into a calling. The people that have a calling, they know who they are. Even if they don't know what the calling is yet, they're obsessed. They're like the true entrepreneur types. They're obsessed. They know that something is pulling them even though they don't know what it is yet. Mm, what do you recommend for growing an aligned audience on YouTube as a projector? I'm not sure how to create the invitation. So first you find what your thing is, what problem are you solving? And then you make videos solving those problems. And then that's the invitation. So I teach something in voltage and visibility. It's basically a 15 video situation. When you have those 15 videos, you end up creating this vortex of sales, and that's in voltage and visibility, if you're interested. Thank you, Desire. She said this is golden information. We need a huntress term for locking in. The terms make me think of a masculine, angry power lifter. I would say I like it, especially for huntresses that can their mind can be everywhere. Think of locking in. Shift what you think about it because think of it, it's like locking it in, like deciding. The word decide means to cut off all other possibilities, to cut off all options, lock it in and hide the key, throw away the key. Like decide for yourself what you're doing. No more dabbler's energy, no more being like the you'll see even this after this video, like I'm gonna be speaking to the highest caliber. I love you so much, and so many of you are gonna fall away because you're not gonna be able to keep up to the highest level because you're dabblers. You have to decide. You have to lock in. It's really a decision. There's no guarantees. You have to be the guarantee. Like my name, my word, my frequency is the guarantee. My word and my frequency is law. I've been in dance my entire life and always performed. I'm also spiritual, but I also think I have a performer essence. I don't know how that would fit in my branding. So, did you watch the free class, Gorgeous? So, I have that I gave you guys a free gift. You can watch the 12 essences and then you can learn more. And then in class 2 of Overflow, I'm going to teach you the 3 different combinations. Is your son still doing human design readings? Yes. And his work has quantum leaped and he's gotten even more potent as his psychic abilities come on. I'm gonna send you his link. He does readings beyond, like we've had people that actually teach human design go through his readings and said they were blown away. There's even a few people that certify other people in human design that did readings with him and said this is next level. I'll put that link here. Wait, no, that's not it. Oops, I gave you guys the link for the course again. Let me put his name in here and then it should pop up. Let me see which one is it. Yeah, here it is. Thank you, Jacqueline. You're so welcome. My desires are to work on my finances and be more stable in all aspects. So I feel I have to be in self-aware stage for a while. I'm learning towards frequency of certainty course. Why can't you learn about finances and Million Dollar Babe stage? I'm just curious where you got that from. Mm, I have all my centers defined. No clue what that means. Would love some guidance. Amazing. Yeah, Armand's readings are really, truly next level. I was about to say, I feel something keeps pulling me somewhere, God knows what, but it's very suspicious to me that God has been putting me in paths that didn't seem to relate, and then somehow they do. I love that. That is beautiful. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today and celebrating my birthday and showering me with so much love. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you in all the places. Remember that the birthday 15% off code ends this Sunday on 11:30. And then Monday, I will see you. We've got two sessions on Monday. Let me see what we have going on Monday. Monday, we have overflow and then we have Kainat office hours. So I will see you there. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.